Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. My name is Jim Collects, and what we're going to do today is a quick tour of all the nerdy stuff that I like to buy, which is sitting right behind me. So without further ado, I'm going to flip you guys around and we're going to get into it. Let's go. Right then guys, so it's a bit of a tight space here, so I can't quite fit everything into one frame, but this is essentially my collection space here. So I've got a Detolf up in the corner standing on an IKEA Besta. Then I've nicked half of this bookcase here to put some of my stuff on. What we're going to do is we're going to start down in this section here. So these top two items, the wand from Harry Potter and the lightsaber, are actually two souvenirs that myself and my partner got from our holiday to Florida last year. Amazing holiday. The lightsaber obviously I picked up from Doc Ondars in Disney's, and over here is the wand that we got from Universal. Again, the wand is hers, lightsaber is mine. So just below we've got lots of video games. Now Resident Evil is my favourite series in gaming history ever, as you can probably tell from all these games. So we've got a collection of the PS1 games. I'm definitely an OG fan. Love the new games as well, but the classics will always be the top. There's actually a gap down here. This is because I'm replaying the original Resident Evil 4 because the remake's coming out this year. We'll see how far they go with these remakes. Will we get a Resident Evil 5 remake? Who knows? Anywho, so up here is probably my prized possession. So this is the 1-1 Liquor Bus by Pure Art. This thing is freaking insane, to be honest. I'm amazed that I'm allowed to even have it in the house. It's creepy, it's realistic, and it's huge, and I love it. It does come with this really cool plaque. You can't quite see it on this camera, but I think I got, which number did I get? I got number 200, there we go, 213 out of, I'm not sure how many they made, but yeah, fantastic piece. If we go over here, this is made by an awesome guy on Instagram called Capcom Spencer. Check him out. This is a light up flask. It's a replica from Resident Evil Village. The batteries are dying a little bit, but it is letting off a slight glow. But he's done this so well that even without the batteries, this thing looks really cool. We've got a random little NECA gizmo here that's left over. And then this really awesome Joker spray can, where he's coming out the can. I got this from Comic-Con. So this actually came, I've only been Comic-Con once, and this was from my one trip there. Really enjoyed that trip. This is just quite a cool, unique little thing that I was able to pick up. If I was to turn all the lights off as well, I believe the paint glows in the dark. But, and what's on the back? And it's got some nice ha 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 written on the back. So yeah, love this piece. Down here we have a guitar, not really part of the collection, but it's just kind of the space that I keep here. And then let's get into the main focus here of the collection room. So up top we have, so that's actually a bootleg of the statue that comes with the Resident Evil 2 Remake Collector's Edition of Leon S. Kennedy. It's actually quite nice. I couldn't get the Collector's Edition, so I settled for a knockoff. Yeah. Up here we have a really underrated figure. So this is Pennywise by Hot Toys. Love this thing. It's one of the best figures I think they've done in a long time. I love how, so if you look in the base, I love how they've incorporated the second head sculpt into the base to recreate that really creepy scene from It where he basically does some horrible things to Georgie and rips his arm off. That's not Georgie's arm, but we do have a nice severed arm as well. And he comes with a bunch of accessories. We've got the skateboard as well, and of course the paper boat. And oh, look how creepy that looks in there. But a fantastic figure nonetheless. Coming down, we have Black Suit Superman from the Batman and Superman 2-pack from Justice League. Really like this guy. The likeness to Henry Cavill is brilliant, in my opinion. It's a top-notch head sculpt. The suit is really nicely done. The wire cape's not awful. It's not the best, but it's not awful. And he's got some fantastic shelf presence. Down here we have my favourite Star Wars character ever. So this is Darth Maul. See if I can get some more light on in here. So this is Darth Maul. He's a fantastic figure. Phantom Menace was the first Star Wars film I ever saw in the cinema when I was a lot younger with the folks, and this is just a great likeness to that character. And we've got Darth Sidious down here as well as his bot. And then we have the Batman from that 2-pack. This is the Nightmare Batman. Really like this figure, the detail they put into it. The only thing, I'm not a massive fan of the coat. I am tempted to look into a third-party coat, which looks a bit more like in the film. But for now, this will definitely do. Alright, coming down here, we have a mishmash of things. This is my space where stuff that I don't know where to put kind of goes. So we have the Numbskull Tyrant statue. This is actually a really nice piece. It's for the price you pay as well. It's under 100 quid. For the price you pay, this is really nicely done, and it comes with a fantastic little base here as well. We've then got the Trick or Treat Studios Art the Clown. I actually customized this. He came without any blood on, and I thought, you know, he's quite a gory character. The second film's quite famous for being very, very gross, so I thought I'd bloody him up. I did kind of watch a tutorial from Dean Knight. I didn't do it justice compared to his, but I'm quite happy with how it turned out. This is an old bust by a company called Palisades that used to do a lot of Resident Evil figures back in the 2000s, early 2000s, late 90s, something like that. It's a nice little vintage piece, I'll call it that. The base back here, now this is actually a base from that big guy there. So that is a War Story Mr. X. He's not the best figure, I'm not gonna lie. He looks great when he's standing. His ankle joints are awful. He falls over a lot. I do worry about his coat flaking off. The body feels a bit cheap, and he's got a weird light up function for his eyes, which is cool, but his eyes don't really do that in the game, so I'm not sure why it's there. And the back of his head, where you put the batteries in, if you don't have that hat on, it falls off. In front of him, we have this awesome Leon S. Kennedy by Damn Toys. This is the classic version. So this is representing his look from the second game. I love this. Get this glass out of the way. I love this item, this figure. I think he's absolutely fantastic. The detail in the suit. In certain lighting, his suit does look a bit purplish, but I think that's more just what my camera's doing with the colours. He actually looks a nice shade of blue, similar to the classic game. He also comes with a ton of accessories, but he's a great figure, and I do have the classic version of Claire coming along. Cannot wait till she arrives. Right, on this next bit here, we have the two newest figures in my collection. So we have Ahsoka. She actually arrived today, so I've filmed an unboxing. She's great. I haven't had the strongest history with this character. I mean, I've only recently watched all of the Clone Wars series. I did enjoy it. I think I probably should have watched it when it was a bit more age appropriate, but I did enjoy it, and I really enjoyed her in the Mandalorian season as well, and I can't wait for her series. That's going to be a good series. We have the two Grogus. The one on the left came with Ahsoka, with the little posable joints, and the one on the right is the one that came with the Chrome Mando. If we go into the Chrome Mando, so I haven't de-weathered him, as I know a lot of people have done. Personally, I'm okay with the weathering. It doesn't bother me too much. And also, I don't trust myself to not ruin him. So that's that. But this is two of my... I love these figures. I really do. Mandalorian's been such a fun part of Star Wars since it came out on Disney. Right then, up here. So, my MCU shelf. I mean, technically it's an Iron Man shelf, but I would like more Marvel, but this is all I have for now. So, I can't afford every single Iron Man suit, but I wanted the representation of Tony Stark's kind of character arc, I suppose. I could probably do better if I got the Battle Damage Mark 85, but I really like the clean version. So this is... What is this one? So this is the die-cast version, the 3.0 of the Mark 1, the special edition that comes with a random unpainted helmet. It's there's a few issues with it. Some people have said they don't quite like its sizing. He's definitely shorter than the Mark 85 by quite a fair bit. Obviously, he's on quite a large base here, but he's a really nice figure. I mean, he looks great. The detailing, the quality on the head sculpt, he's fantastic. And of course, I've got him plugged in. I haven't got it on, but he's plugged into a power source down there, so his arc reactor can stay on. The only downside to this item is when you do that, there's a really annoying whirring sound that comes from it, from an articulated bit on the back, which wouldn't be ideal because it would just be going along in the background of this video. So that is my Iron Man shelf. Big fan of Tony Stark in the MCU. Definitely my favourite character. Up top, we have the most awesome, I'm going to call him villain. He's kind of more of a monster, but he's a villain in any media ever. Obviously, I'm fanboying here. Don't take that seriously. But this is Nemesis from the original game, Resident Evil 3 on the PS1. He is by Worldbox. He's not a perfect likeness to the figure from the game, but he looks awesome. I wasn't a massive fan of the redesign for Resident Evil 3 Remake. I preferred the classic design, and this is a really nice 6-scale representation of that figure, and I'm super happy to have him in the collection. So yeah, last two bits, I'll add these in. This is the poster I got from when I went to watch Infinity War in the cinema. That's the best film in the MCU, hands down. And this, all the way up here, is a really nice Silent Hill bit of artwork from JP Arts on Instagram. He made this. I'll tag his Instagram into the page. I also tag Capcom Spencer as well. So that's it, guys. That is a collection tour. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me ramble on and muscle my way through this. I hope to see you again in another video. Thank you very much.